No. Mm-mm. Not quite. Hey guys, Wulf here with a bit of a different review today. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a book of sheet music. Now this was sent to me by Crossover Media and Secret City Records a while ago. This is kind of the first chance that I've actually gotten to take a look at it because I'm home for Thanksgiving from college. We're going to be looking at Alexandra Stréliski's Inescape. Now first off, let me show you. I gave it a shot trying to play it. However, I don't really know how to play any instruments that, play notes other than a xylophone, but I don't actually have access to one at the moment. Crossover sent me a digital version of the album also, though, so I did listen to it and hear it. Speaking of formats, though, that's something I want to talk about first about this album. So it comes on a bunch of different formats. You've got CD, vinyl, digital, sheet music, and streaming. Those are all the different ways you can get it. Sadly, no cassette, which that's my favorite format. When I got sent the sheet music, I was a little bit confused because it didn't come with a download code. So, I got kind of thinking, if you buy the sheet music, do you not get a download code? So I looked it up, and as it turns out, if you look on the website, you can buy just the sheet music alone. And to put it simply, there's a bunch of different formats that this comes on, and there's a bunch of different bundles with different versions. So, you can get just the sheet music without a download, but I believe there's also a bundle that is the sheet music and a download. So, it's kind of weird that you can buy a booklet of sheet music without a download, sort of, but also not that weird because they make the bundles really clear as to what you're getting with each on the website. So, you can't really screw up, and if you do, it's kind of your own fault because they make it really clear what's included in each. But let's talk about the actual book now. So it's got a pretty simple style to it, which I think fits with the calm nature of most of the music. A few of the songs are a little bit quicker, but most of them are reasonably calm. You've got the title and the composer, Alexandra Stréliski, on the front, which is kind of something I would hope would be on most sheet music, but this is kind of the first booklet of sheet music that I've really looked at. You've got a little astronaut-looking character on the front here also, which is in the style of the rest of the artwork throughout the book, because there's not a ton of artwork in the rest of the book, but there is artwork nonetheless, and I think I talk about it later on in the video. I have that in the script somewhere. But that kind of brings me to my next point. So far as I can tell, this book mainly consists of just the music. There's not really that much else, which is sort of nice because then it doesn't distract you if you're trying to play the music. There's a few little drawings throughout it on the tops up near the titles, but it's pretty much just title, name of composer, and other general information. There's nothing that's going to distract you or anything too crazy for a sheet music booklet, which I think is good because if there was too much going on, I think it would clutter the pages and also, like I said, possibly be distracting if you're trying to play the music. Although I can't really play any instruments, I can, in fact, read sheet music a little bit and, know what I would play. Like I said, I can kind of play a xylophone, so that's why I know how to read sheet music. So I can sort of read sheet music a little bit, and this is definitely, some good sheet music, I'll put it that way. Everything is very clear on the page, and like I said, I think that's another good thing that it's not very cluttered or anything like that, because it makes it very easy to see what notes are being played and everything. And yeah, and the notes are also very large. It's not in large print, but everything is just, as I've said multiple times already, everything in this booklet is very clear, which is good for a book of sheet music, which you will have to play yourself. Oh my god, the book is just falling on my keyboard and hitting all these buttons. Oh no. Okay. All the information, the title of the songs, and the album and composer are written throughout it multiple times. I mean, that's good. I don't really, that's just a thing that there is. I don't know why I put some of these things in the notes sometimes. Like, I think they're good to know, but I don't really have an actual opinion on them. The little drawings on the cover and above the songs, I brought those up a little bit earlier talking about the cover. I think they all look nice, and again, I think that they fit well with the whole, like, theme of the album and how it's sort of calm. Like I said, there's a few songs that kind of ramp up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And I think that those drawings just fit very well with the actual music that is this album, or whatever you want to really consider it, since this is a book. But it is an album because it's available as an album. You guys get what I mean. There's also kind of a little bit of an interesting connection between all the drawings in the book that's near the end. I'm not going to spoil it because if you want to find that out, I'm going to make you buy the book. But it is pretty cool. There's like a nice little connection there at the end that you find. Now let's move on to the music and what I think of the actual music, because like I said, I did also get a download of this. Now the recorded version of this album, you know, like the one that you would actually hear if you bought a CD or download or streamed it or whatever, is played, so far as I can tell, on just one piano. But I'm sure that given if you bought the sheet music, you would be able to see the notes. You could probably play it on different instruments, which would be interesting to see. And I'm kind of tempted to ask one of my friends to try that out, because I know a few of them play like guitar and stuff. Overall, the music is pretty calm. I think that a good description of the sort of vibe it gives off is it just reminds me of like sitting in a snowy forest. I think part of that might be because some of the drawings are, you know, of like snowy forests and stuff. But I think, or at least what looked like a snowy forest to me, it might not have been. But anyway, that's just kind of the vibe it gives off, is just like sitting in the woods, all quiet and calm with just like piano playing. In some ways, it's kind of like a soundtrack of a movie, because I've been sent some of those also by Crossover, and it kind of reminds me of that sort of thing, but not too much, because I feel like movie soundtracks sometimes are hard to listen to if you don't have like a scene in mind, because, you know, they usually like pump up to a certain point and then calm down or whatever, whereas this one isn't actually associated with a film or anything. So like it kind of reminds me of a soundtrack, but not a ton, if you guys get what I mean. There's also no lyrics or singing, so far as I could tell. I did not hear any voices while I was listening to this, except for the ones that are already in my head. If you like piano or any other like calm instrumental music, then I think this is definitely a good album to pick up. Or if you want to play some calm music yourself on a piano or probably other instruments, then buy the sheet music version of it. Some of it's on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure that the whole album is on Spotify, so if you want to listen before actually purchasing it, you can. But like I said, I do like it. I think it's a nice, calm album. I don't really own a lot of music that's on piano, so this was kind of a nice change up of things from my usual like rap or rock stuff that I listen to. So hearing something a little bit more calmed down and just, you know, relaxing and singular instrument was a nice change to everything. But yeah, that was Inescape from Alexandra Stréliski. Check it out. I would suggest checking it out. Thanks again to Crossover Media and Secret City Records for sending me the sheet music and digital download versions of this. Oh, also, speaking of the book, it just feels good in your hands. Like, I don't know what paper they printed it on, but it just feels nice and solid and like just very professional, and like you can imagine somebody using this to actually perform with. But anyway, like I've said, I like it. I think you should definitely check it out. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's on Spotify if you want to take a listen beforehand. And yeah, I have more music reviews on the way. I have a lot of more music reviews on the way. Just as I've said in other videos, this semester, very, 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 very busy at college, so I have not had a whole ton of time to do really much of anything other than schoolwork. But hopefully I can do some more stuff over, this short little Thanksgiving break that I have, and also my winter break. Anyway though, see you guys in some other videos real soon, and thank you for watching.